All right, so this is part 2 of using a Google form for evaluation. And what I need to do is minimize this guy. And what we should probably do is go back to our quick visit form. So if you remember, we went through and we added stuff. I need to add a new line here. I need to add the staff email. What I've done for other administrators is put everything on a list. So I've entered in like all 100 emails because it's probably something you're not going to know off the top of your head. You can totally do that. For the purpose of this, though, I'm just going to put it as a text and just put staff email, because today we're going to talk about emailing this form out. So if you want to do it in one quick step, it makes sense to have that there. So I'm going to quickly save and add that there, and it's kind of cool. You got to see that pop up right there on my spreadsheet. So if we want to get this to email out, we need to add something called a script. Okay, so go to Tools and pull down to Script Gallery. And specifically, we are looking for one script. Form emailer. Now, there are two form emailers on here. We want the one by HGABREU. This guy right here. Always seems to be on top, but just double check. He's also the guy that has the help page. The help page is cool if you want to do some more advanced stuff. Click install. And we wait. Suppose this is where I should insert a joke, but I don't know any off the top of my head. Moving the mouse does not help. Clicking multiple times does not help. Sometimes this authorize gets cut off, but it's the first one there. We want to authorize this. And it's going to ask us again, are you sure? Yep. Green lets us know that we're good. So now what you'll see is there's a new thing called the form emailer. And we have to click install again. And just simply leave it sheet 1 English. Click install, and then you'll see that A popped into a new column. It said the form emailer. And then a new sheet 2 gets called form emailer as well. Basically, we don't touch this, and we don't touch form A. Or column A, I should say. That's going to tell us when emails have been sent out or not. It's kind of cool. So once we do that, now we got to do another thing. We got to go to Tools, and we have a script editor. So again, we don't touch any of this stuff. We go to Resources, and what we're going to do is set this up so when we hit Submit, it's going to send stuff out. It's called a trigger. So we click on Triggers, and we need to add a new trigger. It's going to be time driven, comes from our spreadsheet, but it's not on Open. It's on Submit and Save. And I always save again. And once that little box goes away, we're good to go and clear that out. So what is a form emailer and what makes it so cool? Is it takes all the stuff that we put in and it puts it into HTML. We can get rid of the HTML if we want or add it in. I always have it clicked. And I'm just going to give you kind of a broad idea of what happens here. So I'm just going to save and close. And let's go now to our form, and let's go to send form. Nope, live form. So we've seen this a million times. I'm just going to put gibberish in. And then submit. So if all goes well, there they go. Emails have been sent out. So I'm going to have a pile of them because it resent all these ones that didn't initially get sent out because I didn't inform it to do so because I didn't install it. But if I go back here and I find my Gmail, there they all are. New form submitted, and there it is. So I get the timestamp, I get my first name, my last name, and all the gibberish that I have. So that's basically the form that can be sent out to teachers. I'm going to close that out. And now let's go back and visit the form emailer. We probably don't want to have everything on there. We want to change things. So here's how we do it. You go to settings. And what this does is this is all HTML. I'm not going to go ahead and tell you how to do all that stuff. There's websites like Bare Bones Guide to HTML that will teach you how to write all that stuff. You don't even really need to know this. So I don't want that to be something that kind of holds you back. But what you see is things like timestamp. I'm not really sure that we need to have the timestamp in there if we already have the time. So I'm just going to simply delete that out. I don't need the staff email here either. So I'm going to delete that out. But what I do want to do is have an email go to me, and it's going to be sent from me. And what I'm going to do here is the subject, I'd like to have the teacher's last name in there. So what I'm going to do is the subject is going to be last name. Okay, so I click it on that pull down, and then I have to insert that placeholder. It's going to put all the gibberish in there. And then I called this my quick visit. So that way, when I get this email, I know what this is about. The other thing that I want to do is I want to have 2 emails go out. So I go to the Advanced tab, and quantity of emails, I put 2. I have to save and close, which means it's going to go away, but I got to pop it up again. As soon as it saves and closes. There we go. So back to settings again to open it up. Now you see I have my second email. I don't want the second email to go to me. I want it to go for the teacher that I'm evaluating. So that's my staff email. Insert that placeholder. Again, it's not going to come from the form emailer. It's going to come from me. And probably makes sense that they have their last name in here as well. And last name, insert placeholder. Quick visit. Here, notice that everything repeated itself, so I'm going to take out timestamp. I'm going to take out who was there, okay? Other things that we can add on this are these B's and no B's. If we go back and look at the email, so I'm going to go back to Gmail here so we can see what it looks like. B stands for bold, so you can see how the bold is there, and then you take it off again so you can kind of see what's going on. That's something you can add or keep or take on or take off. Something else I might want to put on here, go back to quick visit, So maybe I want to put a little message like, thanks for letting me visit. So by keeping that on there, when I redo this, I'll keep that same little ending or whatever I want to put on there. The more stuff that you add, the more stuff that's going to show up here. You can edit that by putting breaks, dropping lines, all by using HTML code. If you want to use it, great. If not, you know, if I go in here and I put 3 spaces, I won't get those 3 spaces out on the other one. I'll need to use line breaks, and that one I don't know off the top of my head, but I can get you that answer right now. So if I go back to Google Docs and I look at our Willow one, this is what I'm building for another. Interesting. That's not on there anymore. Oh, there it goes. If I go to settings, click OK, run. So hopefully it's going to kick up here. There we go. So here we use the BR, and that adds a line break. So I'm changing font size. I'm doing some higher level stuff. I don't think this is the time to do that, but you can always email me at halvorjm@hudson.k12.wi.us, or just call the high school and I'll totally help you out with that. So let's go back. Let's see what happens. So there's our quick visit. Go to our form. Go to live form. Spell my name right. Blah. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put in so now I've got my staff email in there. So it should show up in a couple of spots now. So it says it went out. I can always go here. Good. Email sent and email to sent. So here's a copy of everything there. Thanks for letting me visit. Josh Helver said, notice how it's not on the bottom there. I would have to insert that break. And Gmail, there's my new one there. Now notice that the subject line has Helverson Quick Visit on there. All right, let's go ahead and show you how to insert a break, because that does make things easier. So to turn a break on, I'm just going to go caret, BR, caret. So now, I got to do that on both. Caret, BR, caret. Just like that. And if I want to bold my name, I could go ahead and put a B and then shut it off with a /B. Again, stuff you can look up. Save that. This is also going to give me the opportunity. Suppose something didn't go through right. What you can also do is process manually. And so if you select that, you just say, well, what line do you need? So I need line 7. Okay. And process successfully. So again, I should get my notification. Now I've got it on a second line here. So before, looked over here, now it's like that. So hope you got something out of this. It's well worth the time messing around. If you have questions, get a hold of me at halvorjm@hudson.k12.wi.us. And if I was like smart about this, I would be able to just flash that up on the screen. But I'm not that smart. Thank you.